is, as my boy said, the GOAT.
There it is. You know, Ren. A lot of people say Ren, lyric wise, is up there with Ice Cube. What would you say about that?
He is a great lyricist. Yes, he is. Um, I think he just may have that may be his one wheelhouse that I know of. I don't know any of his business ventures. So being a great lyricist is great. But what else can you do? What have you done for me lately?
Yeah, and it was so weird because I was checking for Ren too because that "Kiss My Black Ass" album was. I mean, to this day, it gets rotation when I'm feeling in my '90s vibe, and after that, just nothing from it, man. I was so, and he doesn't do interviews, so it's like we don't even know like why he stopped,
Right. So
and that was the shortest chapter in your book, right?
right. He was the shortest chapter in my book because he was the one member of N.W.A. I knew very little about. All I know is we have the same birthday.
Mm, yeah, man. And Cube started out doing like parodies, right?
What now?
Was that his thing? Parodies? Cube's thing was parodies at the beginning, like doing parody rap.
Uh, I wouldn't call it parodies. They were
Comedy.
more imitators of the Beastie Boys than anything. They
Oh,
were
okay.
kind of knocking off the Beastie Boys with Illin, Cash Money, or something like that. There was 3 or 4 songs they did with me that were just kind of direct Beastie Boy knockoffs. They were just trying to find their way, and can't get mad about that. But it did remind me of CB4 in the early days. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When I saw Stevie Four, I was like, "Damn, am I supposed to be goddamn Trusters or goddamn the other one, the guy that owned the club?"
Yeah, the one Charlie Murphy's character played, I think.
Right, Charlie. Am I supposed? Which am I supposed to be? Trusters or Gusto?
Gusto.
Gusto. I was right there in the middle of both of them. Tell you the truth, but right there in the middle, I could have been either one of them. But yeah, it just that was something I reminded when I saw that movie. I started laughing because it made so much sense.
Mm, damn. Yeah, man. Yeah, Montrese, he's never met MC Ren when he was younger. He just asked if he did, and no, he did not.
No,
Shortest chapter in his book. Um,
no.
you know what? Someone asked Crazy Bone something a few weeks ago when we were interviewing him. And I would love to know if you know anything about this. But someone asked him about this secret meeting that was held in 1991 between some really rich white people, music execs, and some rappers and things like that. But what allegedly happened at this meeting was record execs were encouraged to push gangster rap music because it led to more people being incarcerated, which in turn would help the private prisons that these music execs were allegedly profiting off of. Is that a urban legend, or do you know anything about that?
Like I told, we talked about this, and like I told Crazy Bone, I wasn't there. He wasn't there. But the effects of the meeting, whether they were factual or urban legend, are still in effect.
Mm.
Okay, and it makes you believe. It makes you believe in that meeting because everything that was said, that was supposed to have been said in that meeting, has become history. It shows you that a lot of what we experienced is by plan. And to see the prisons get privatized, crack cocaine becomes felonies, whereas powder cocaine goes to rehab, mandatory sentencing. The whole crack epidemic was just pushed on the black community around the country. And it just it definitely put us. And then they privatized the prisons and made money off of something they created a problem and made money off the solution. A problem was created and they made money off the solution. You got to understand, man, in some people's eyes, we are very disposable. Think about that, man. In the eyes of some people in this country, we're disposable. You know, they don't have a use for us like they used to. Like
Damn.
Richard Pryor said, they got new niggas. You know, and so many folks in our current atmosphere insist on doing things that just, I don't make sense to anybody. And we're number one probably in self annihilation, but we're the last in retaliation. So we losing on both ends, baby. You're gonna get me to one of them heavy conversations today, man.
Well, I jumped on the call late, so you must have covered that when I wasn't on. Shout out to D-Cos, $20, man. Thank you so much.
Much love, D-Cos.
Thank you, man. Yes, Crypto Charles says even MC Hammer tried to go gangster. When you saw MC Hammer go from dancing and Taco Bell commercials to the little thong and the bandana, what were your thoughts?
Hammer sold out. He tried to buy in because they thought he had sold out. He tried to buy in because everybody said he sold out. Okay, that was the street overtone about Hammer. Hammer had a clean image. He hanging out with Neon Dion. He dancing with James Brown, Michael Jackson. He got Hammer time. He got Hammer commercials. He got chicken commercials. He got Pepsi commercials, and he became victim of the niggerism of the streets. Oh man, Hammer got too much going on. He sold out. No, Hammer bought in to what was popular. In fact, every time you get a record contract, you sell out. Every time you get a record contract, you in a position to sell out. Okay? Let me correct that. So all Hammer did was maximize his position because he had the image. He had all the songs, Can't Touch This, Let's Pray. He had everything going for him. He had the haircut, he had the glasses, the big old Hammer pants, he was dancing, he was entertaining. There was something that nobody had seen from hip hop as of yet. He was a global entertainer. Okay, he did something nobody else could do, and he played the role. You know, like I said, he didn't play the gangster role, but everybody knew Hammer wasn't no joke. Okay, it's a known fact. Hammer ain't no joke. Okay, don't let them baggy pants fool you. But he fell to the pressure because if I'm not mistaken, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, that at one point in time he was employing brothers from the streets. Then he allegedly bought the Oakland Police Department helicopter. You know, okay, so allegedly, he was employing brothers from the streets. That part I do believe. Then they said allegedly he's supposed to have bought the police department a helicopter. So that just pissed everybody off.
Damn, dude.
Okay, so you on one side you're giving cats jobs, other side you help the police catch the ones that ain't working for you, and it just didn't work. Then he went to the humps and the bumps, and it was over with after that.
Yeah, man. And like Lonzo said, don't let those baggy jeans fool you. They called him Hammer because allegedly when he was younger, he would always have a gun on him, a hammer. And he was a real gangster growing up, apparently.
You know, but he knew how to play the role, though.
Yep.
You know? He knew how to smile and, shake hands and speak English and all that good stuff. And at that time, that was the flavor of the day. And he took his pants off and did that jacuzzi scene with them sisters, all them fine girls shaking their ass. It was a good idea. It looked good. Bad idea.
Yeah.
For him. Tupac did it with no problem. Okay? Hammer had too many kids looking at it. That's the part people forget. When your audience is young white kids, there's certain shit you can't do. Well, you used to couldn't do, put it that way.
Right.
Certain things you used to couldn't do. Nowadays, you pretty much do what the hell you want to.
You would probably know about this because you toured and things like that, but what would you say an average MC Hammer show costs him with the dancers, the lights, the pyros? Because he was giving shows, dude.
Probably about 50 racks, easy.
Ooh.
He had 30 people on the staff. He had numerous dancers. Sometimes he had a band. You got to haul all that stuff. You got to comb all that hair. Somebody got to deal with them costumes because you be on stage for 45 minutes to an hour dancing, you're going to get funky. under them hot ass old school regular light, them them church's chicken lights. Oh shit, they'll bake your ass, okay? Those old ass lights will literally make your ass sweat. You ain't got to do nothing. I got some here in the studio. I had to get rid of them. I had to change them out for LEDs. But them old liquor store chicken lights, that's what we call them. You sit in front of one of them some bitches, they like 1,000 watts, and they hit them beams, hit your ass. You know you under the light, dude. That some bitch is hot as hell. So when you do that, you're gonna sweat, you're gonna perspire, your suit costume is gonna be funky. So you gotta have people to do all that. You gotta feed all them people, man. There's people behind the stage you ain't gonna never see to make that show run. Hairdressers, clothes, wardrobe people, sound men, light men, roadies. Dude, it's a big show.
Yeah, man.
So, he made 30 million in 1 year, so he definitely earned it. And we performed with him one time when he was on his way up. He hadn't blown up yet. We performed with him in 357, somewhere up north, but he hadn't got the superstar status yet. He was on his way though.
Oh man, one of the true horror stories of hip hop, to lose $30 million, man. And this is 1990s 30 million, which probably double that now.
Well, he tried to keep things going longer than the limelight would allow it. Allegedly, he leased a bunch of cars. He didn't want to repossess people's cars, and he did it till he couldn't do it no more. And it's commendable, but not very professional. Very commendable that he was able to. He wanted to keep everybody rolling and riding. And in some cases, it's stories about people didn't appreciate that when he couldn't do it no more. They still got mad. So it is what it is, man. It is what it is, Doc. Sometimes you can never. People get so used to eating off of you when the food run out, they mad because you ain't got no more forks.
Yeah. Yeah, a couple people said Oaktown 357. Yeah, I have a great interview with Sweet LD on my channel. If you type in Dusty Vision, Sweet LD, or Oaktown 357, you'll definitely get to hear her side of things. Apparently 357 didn't get paid. There was a lot of stuff. This is all her stories, but I would definitely have you guys check that out for sure. Yeah, man. Hammer, damn crazy. Shout out to the chat room going nuts tonight.